Hi, how are you doing, my dear twin flame friend? I hope you're having an amazing day. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. I really appreciate it. I hope this information will help you on your twin flame journey that is actually your spiritual awakening journey, the journey of the soul. So the title of this video is called Love from the Soul, because our twin flame is our soul. And what we experience when we come from the love of the soul is something called agape, unconditional love. That's what you are when you leave your physical body and your mind. When you go into another, when you get out of your reincarnation, let's put it that way, that's called union, unity consciousness, non-duality. So you and your twin flame are the same soul. So this is not a dualistic love, romantic love with emotions. The soul is not emotional. The soul doesn't think. The soul doesn't need to think or feel any emotions. The soul doesn't need to heal the thoughts or heal the emotions. Because it knows, because it detached from the ego self, that is not that. That is just the observer of that, of the persona, of the personal identity. But it knows that is not that. So you cannot approach twin flame union through the mind or through your emotions. Manipulating, doing is duality. And duality is separation. It comes from the mind, from the world of the illusions, from Maya, the matrix, the separate self. That separation. Me and my twin flame. You and your twin flame are one being, so there's no separation. And you can start experience union right now, but you need to detach from the mind and the personal heart. Just become the neutral observer. Doesn't matter what's going on. Apparently, remember, your twin flame is one of your past reincarnations. So if this person is married, if this person is in another relationship, like you guys call it, sometimes we call it karmic, right? Doesn't matter. It's not because of that they are running. It's because you're still focusing on the person and focusing on that circumstance. Everybody has a different thing going on with their twin, with their divine masculine. So if you focus on that instead of being that's the soul, that's why they are running. So if you want them to come back, you have to detach from the separate self, the separation, and become union right now. How you do that? Meditating. You need to meditate at least 2 hours a day on your twin flame journey, just your spiritual awakening journey. It was just you having another experience, you're just watching it. But it's like a double reincarnation, that's what it is. So you're living this lifetime with a double reincarnation. That's what is called a twin flame. So what you do, because you divine feminine, the one that has the power over here to change something, is gonna change something, but it's gonna do it through the soul, through the consciousness, through presence, awareness, not through separation, not by manipulating the external reality that actually doesn't exist. There's no situation going on, there's no problem going on. For the personal self, there is a big bag of problems over here, but not for the presence, not for the soul. The soul doesn't have problems or preferences or situations going on. It just is pure awareness and is being that right now. But you have to get out of your mind. And on all these stories why your twin is running, if they are younger, or they are older, or they live in another country, or they are a narcissist, or things end up really bad, or you said something that you shouldn't have said, or we just saw each other once, that's why they are never gonna come back. You have to cut that all that off. That's not what they are running. They are running because you are not living as the soul that you are. This is a path of the soul, not of the persona, not of the ego. So release identification with the separate self, with the persona, and observe. That's why you meditate. You become neutral. This is the path of inner peace. Agape is inner peace, is non-duality, is satori, samadhi. You're gonna start experiencing this when you start detaching from the person and detaching from the mind. The world, the mind is all the same. There's no outside, there's no inside. It just appears that way for the sacred game that we're playing here of duality. But the soul is not duality. The soul is a singularity. It's not separate from anything. It's source, it's consciousness. So how can you be separate from yourself? You are this person. You were this person. So start taking the path of the soul. Start ignoring the 3D and being marked and being identified by what is going on apparently for your personal identity with this person. In this connection, there's no connection, they are you are them. So let's get out of separation, guys. Let's start making some progress here. Leave the physical person alone. Go into your heart. Go into the soul. Find the peace. Find the agape. Find the unconditional love. Love from the soul. Not romantic love. Not emotional love. This is not soulmates. This is not a regular relationship. This is a relationship with yourself, with your consciousness, with your soul. That's what they are, your soul in another body. So your mind doesn't serve you in the twin flame world. Your personal heart doesn't serve you in the twin flame journey, in your spiritual ascension, basically. You have to start letting that go, not living anymore from those lower states of consciousness. And you're gonna be so sharp in your awareness when the mind such as the addiction for the external reality or for the physical person. But you have to train yourself every second because this is an addiction. You know you are addicted to the twin flame. So start letting them go. Don't do nothing about it. You don't need to do nothing about it. You just need to be and meditate. So wonderful what you will experience. Intuition, real one. Information that comes straight from the soul. It's not from the mind and it's not from the personal heart. Samadhi, Satori. Pleasant moments of non-duality merging with oneness. Your oneness, your inner peace. But you need to make your mind shut down. You need to regulate your nervous system. Get out of survival mode. Get out of alert mode. Get out of the stress, the cortisol, the adrenaline, the depression, the anxiety. That's what you need to do. You do that by going inside and cleaning your aura and opening your heart. So imagine something beautiful. It could be a beautiful sky full of stars. And you visualize that image. Open your heart. Open that heart. Don't close it anymore. Stop resisting what is. Love yourself. Gratitude, love, joy, confidence. You got this. You got this. You're really strong, Divine Feminine. This is one of the hardest spiritual awakenings there is. It's paranormal. Nobody will even believe it, right? Or they will think it's some kind of movie on TV. It's really difficult to find people to talk about this that will actually tell you that you are not crazy, or they will not laugh at you. So don't even talk about them either, because you're still attached to them if you're talking about them. You need to forget about them at the moment, okay? Go into your heart, go into presence. That's your only job. Just be. Being. That's the way of the soul. The soul is just existing. In your breath, in the present moment, with no judgment, with no preferences. Doesn't matter about the past, doesn't matter about the future. It just matters what is happening right now. Focus on your body while you're meditating. If your mind starts thinking or doing something, or your body start moving or something, control your body, be conscious of your body, be conscious that you're observing the personal self. That is the mask. That's not what you are. That's why you had your spiritual awakening through meeting your twin flame. So they're gonna come back when you start taking the path of the soul, not the path of the mind. Let everything go, guys. Set yourself free. Smile. You don't know what's gonna happen. You cannot control when you are gonna have Satori or the inner knowing, the intuition. It just happens because it doesn't come from the mind. The mind looks for outcomes all the time. It has a lot of questions. It wants answers. There's no question, there's no answer. At the mental level, it just comes from the heart. And it doesn't have a way to be even explained when it happens, because it cannot be explained, because the mind is limited, but you are unlimited. Going to union right now, unity consciousness. You can find me on the email fcanopaglia.com @gmail.com. I had to correct my email. You can also text me on the other email that appears on the channel. If you speak Spanish, I have a great channel called Florence Crystal Cat. I highly recommend it to you. This is kind of like a new channel. So you can also find me and subscribe over there. Okay? I love you so much and send you all my love and light. Have a beautiful and blessed day. Namaste. Here I am for you.